2, 1.
Asshole!
What's up? It's the Objective Jerk, and I am said jerk. Hope everybody's doing well. Wanted to talk about, it's another Pearl Jam episode, but I wanted to talk more specifically about the EP that they released, Merkin Ball, which is the only EP, which I never realized. My camera's a little off here. They have a crap load.
Oh, this is unbelievable!
They have, there we go, a crap load of like live albums and, you know, bootlegs and all that kind of stuff. But this was the only EP, which I didn't know until I kind of looked it up. So,
Idiot.
Anyway, so I'm going to talk about the album, and then I'm going to talk about how it was a part of my life. And it's one of my favorite, you know, it's only 2 songs, but it's like a go-to. It's great, man. You can't argue with it at all.
He's the best.
But here we go. So, Merkin Ball is an extended play. Well, that's what it means. My son just asked me. He's like, what is EP? And I'm like, I'm not sure.
You dumb bastard.
Coffee. All right. By Pearl Jam. It contains 2 songs. I Got Id, also know I Got Shit, and The Long Road. Both written by Pearl Jam, Eddie Vedder, and features Neil Young. And was released on December 4th, 95. Merkin Ball is a companion to Young's album Mirror Ball, which I hear is pretty good, but I've never actually given it a listen. I might have to. The EP became a chart hit, particularly in Australia and Scandinavia. So it wasn't really super popular in the States. Like I've asked in the past, you know, I've asked some people who were even kind of fans of Pearl Jam, and they didn't even know about it. So kind of the normies and just, you know, individuals who listen to Pearl Jam on occasion, know the hits or whatever, they had no idea about this. So it's only like the
Today, Junior!
You know, the hardcore Pearl Jam fans that are aware of this. Everybody knows everything now because of social media.
Oh, really?
It reached number 2 in Australia, number 3 in Finland, number 5. Okay, so it was, you know, it was kind of popular. I'm not going to read all of it. Anyway, the tracks on Merkin Ball were recorded at the tail end of the Mirror Ball sessions in February. The songs were produced and mixed by Pearl Jam sound engineer Brett Ellison. Pearl Jam vocalist Eddie Vedder was not around much for the Mirror Ball recording sessions due to what he called a pretty intense stalker problem. So, yeah, from what I know, the album that Neil Young did, like it was a lot of the guys from Pearl Jam were like his band for that album. You know, you had the drummer, Jack Irons, Mike McCready, for sure. I'm not sure about Jeff Ament and stuff like that, but I think it talks more about it. I'm not going to pretend to know. That's why I'm reading this. But the intense stalker problem, I remember hearing about that. You can find there's a video on YouTube that came out in like 92, and it's people hanging out at the park in Seattle. I can't remember the name of it, but just, you know, people just hanging out. People's got a camcorder. And then Eddie Vedder shows up looking like he just walked off the set of Jeremy video, or maybe he was the Pink Pop concert because he had that brown jacket or whatever. But he looked like, you know, he just came off stage or whatever, wearing kind of like back then kind of what he was known for. And he was just hanging out and bullshitting with people. You know, when this happened, that all ended, you know. Anyway, Vedder said that leaving the house wasn't the easiest thing to do. He referred to the issue in the song Lukin from No Code. Which one is Lukin? That's the only thing about CDs, man. Is song titles, I mean, now it's like even worse, I think. Well, maybe not. Maybe song titles are getting easier to know. But I remember when I had cassettes, you know, you knew the song titles. Once it became CDs, it was like the track. Oh, track 6 is good. 4 is good. I don't know what the name of the song is, but it's good. Vedder wrote and performed vocals and guitar on the songs I Got Id and Long Road, which were omitted from the Mirror Ball because of legal complications between Epic Records and Reprise Records. So the whole album was just released because the 2 record companies couldn't see eye to eye. Damn, that's hot. The songs in the band name Pearl Jam were not allowed to be included on the full Mirror Ball album, so they were released separately as a Pearl Jam single. I've seen a video from that album, and I remember distinctly Neil Young. So there was a drum kit that was a Pearl drum kit, and then Neil Young wrote Jam after it in the video. I don't know how I remember that. Maybe that's kind of why he did it. Neil Young contributed lead guitar to I Got Id, which I didn't know that, and pump organ to Long Road. Oh, that's that. I'll play little clips of it. I'm planning on playing. Mirror Ball producer Brendan O'Brien plays bass. Okay, on I Got Id. And Pearl Jam Jeff Ament plays bass on The Long Road. And Pearl Jam drummer Jack Irons plays drums on both tracks. So Mirror Ball and Merkin Ball complement each other musically. Yeah, I did do like a little kind of half-assed review of Pearl Jam's albums. And Vitology was like my number one. I don't know if it's like nostalgia. I don't know. My first Pearl Jam album was 10, which, you know, that holds a special place in my heart due to nostalgia. But I don't know. I think Vitology is like, it doesn't have, I talked about before. If you want to know my thoughts on it, there's the other video I did. I'm not going to regurgitate everything. The title Merkin Ball is a play on Mirror Ball. Merkin is commonly known as a public wig. Didn't know that either. Vedder came up with the title in an interview. Vedder said that the title refers to an arrowhead. Didn't know that either. Okay, so that's kind of it. So yeah, so this is the EP. Came out. I'm gonna show little clips. This is kind of new to me. I know you can't really play much, but it's live. It's not the actual album, but I'm not gonna play much of it anyway. So, but before I do that though, I wanted to just kind of the history of Merkin Ball with me, and like this kind of like Vitology. I don't know, maybe it's just the same time, because but Vitology and this Merkin Ball EP just hold a special place in my heart, and I don't know why. I mean, I love Pearl Jam 10, and when Versus came out, I was a little like, what? Because it didn't sound like 10, you know? But by the time Vitology came out, I just really loved the raw sound that they were doing. I don't know. But anyway, the Merkin Ball EP, I was given to me, I think she was my first girlfriend, but at the time we were like a couple, like in junior high, you know how like young whatever is, but we stayed friends. And so she got it for me for Christmas, I think. I think it was her. It could have been my mom, but I don't think so. I think it was her. And so I remember, at first being excited because it's Pearl Jam, but then I didn't really like the songs all that much. So I would force myself to listen to it. It's just like one of those CDs that's there and it's like, oh, I don't listen to this. You don't know what you want to listen to. So I'll put this on. But now it's like, I'll listen to it every couple of years. And it's just really good. I think it's two of my favorite songs of Pearl Jam.
What?
I don't know. I really like this EP, but I'm going to just do quick little clips just to give, for those that don't know it, a little taste of it. It's not as good live because you can't hear everything. I mean, Pearl Jam plays good live, but switch the screens, dumbass.
She got a thing for retail.
All right, here we go. So this is the intro, and it's got, that little guitar lick is pretty good. Oh, shit. Mike Cameron's drumming. Dude, Mike Cameron is a great drummer. But I don't know, he's like my least favorite drummer that they had, and he's like the longest running drummer. Like, I like him, but like, I don't know. I like the other drummers they had before. I liked Dave Abruzes. I can't say his name. And then I like Jack Irons, but let's see. I'm trying to find different places of the song. Okay, right back where it was. Push play. Okay, so that's I Got Id. And then so this is the one, I wonder if this live one's gonna have that, what was it called? The organ thing? This is probably what inspired them to get the dude that plays the keyboard on, he's been like part of Pearl Jam for a long time now. Okay, Neil Young, the pump organ. Okay, let me look up real quick the guy's name. I know it's on here. He's been with them for a while. What? No, I thought he's actually an official member. son of a bitch, it's not going to be there. Shows his name here. Yeah, Boom Gasper. Here we go. American musician, performed as a keyboardist with American, yeah, since 2002. Yeah, I think he plays the what was it? The boom? Oh, geez, why can't I remember?
Cause you're a fucking retard!
Pump organ. There we go. I was saying boom because that's his name. All right. But yeah, so this has, it's just great though. Here, let me just play a little bit. I'm waiting for the organ. I don't think, no, it's not there. So that's pretty much the whole song. It's pretty mellow. It does kind of build up a little bit, but the pump organ really makes it really great, I think. It took a minute for these to grow on me. If I feel like I'm in a Pearl Jam mood and I don't know what I want to listen to, this is what I'll put on. And just kind of, I think it's two of their best songs.
Oh, really?
Man, do I need to do a rating of their songs? Yeah, I can't really though, because I still haven't really listened to Binaural, and Gigaton. I haven't listened to that. And then The Dark Matter is okay, but I don't know. After Lightning Bolt, I don't know. I like all their albums for the most part, except for the last two, and then Binaural, you know? Like I was trying to listen to Dark Matter, but I just kept finding myself going to like Lightning Bolt. So that's a pretty good album.
He's the best.
It's very similar to what is it, Supersonic? No, what the heck is it called? Uplifter, or right? Damn it, where's their Discovery? Backspacer. What did I say? Uplifter? So yeah, Backspacer and Lightning Bolt are both really good. The Pearl Jam one is pretty, you know, it kind of got them back in the limelight, but it's turning into another review. But oh, okay, I don't have the screen over here.
Fuck me in the face!
Man, I'm really bad about that. Maybe I need to put a hotkey in or something. So Riot Act, I'm not going to review them again. So Binaural and Riot Act, I think, are kind of similar. It seems like they do two albums. I mean, No Code was very different, and then Yield kind of brought them back. Nobody liked Binaural. Riot Act, I don't know, I think it was like two songs, but then they got popular again with the self-titled, the Avocado. And then I haven't listened to Gigaton at all, and I haven't really listened to Dark Matter too much. Again, Pearl Jam's very liberal, but you know, it's music.
No shit!
That's one thing I think they do. I mean, sometimes you kind of get that they're doing like an anti-Christian song or something like that, but I think for the most part, Eddie Vedder writes songs that either side can look at from their point of view. You know what I'm saying?
I want to be honest with you. Before I came down from the room, I took about a half a pound of Vicodin.
I don't know if that makes sense, but there's other bands that are like, I won't even, Green Day or Offspring, like they're so psycho.
Fuck them! Fuck up!
And it's like, I don't even care. Like, I can drop them, no problem. But Pearl Jam's always kind of been, you know, can't let them go.
Because you're a pussy boy.
But that's kind of it, I think, man. I just wanted to kind of talk about Merkin Ball. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. It's really good. It's a really good, especially the long roads, just a nice, relaxed, chill kind of have in the background. But the pump organ that Neil Young plays, which I didn't know, it really complements the song, I think. My favorite part of the song, actually, now. Maybe I probably didn't like it when I was younger. I was like, what the hell is this? But great EP, and it's the only EP that they've done. So they got 12 studio albums, 1 EP, 23 live albums. That's like their thing, man. 46 singles. So it's like, yeah, if you go see them live, chances are there's going to be an album on that. And I've seen Pearl Jam, I wanted to say twice, but I remember the one distinctly. It was in like 99, 2000 when I saw them. It was, they opened for, or no, they were playing and the Chili Peppers opened for them. And I just remember sitting there. We were up on the second level, but it was really close. So it's like you could just really see down. By then I was kind of getting out of wanting to be in the mosh pit anyway, but it's Pearl Jam. What are you going to do? But I just remember Chili Peppers, man, they did it really good set, and I was like, man, that was awesome, and I was like, all right, it's time to go, let's go beat the traffic. And then it was like, oh wait, no, we're here to see Pearl Jam. What am I doing? But Pearl Jam, I remember, was really awesome too. I don't remember. I remember being there and seeing it, the view I had, but that's about it, man. I don't really have. I wonder if like I was stoned or something, because I remember being there. I just don't remember the details. I probably was. Anyway, no, I wasn't even. I didn't have the screen switch over again.
You dumb fuck!
Let me know. I know a lot of people like the Pearl Jam. I mean, for me, a lot of people like, the Pearl Jam video I did. So if you haven't listened to Merkin Ball, it is awesome. All right, but that's it. I appreciate your time. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. God bless.
Until rain, through the dust and setting sun, there were many brave souls on that lonely fob, but none fought like the white lion.